such a very, very serious and wonderful speech. I had made a lot of notes last night, but I'm going to keep them here and going to have an interactive session. While sitting there, I made up my mind that one serious dose is enough. What do you think? Is it so?
Yes, sir.
How many people used to sleep in the social studies and Pakistan studies period? Raise your hands, please. सही जो सोशल स्टडीज और पाकिस्तान स्टडीज में सोने वाले लोग हैं. अच्छा चलो मैं भी ऊपर कर. Right. Okay. Actually, subject taught matters a lot. So most of us, when I make a survey, I come to know that two subjects used to be there where people like to sleep most. One Pakistan studies and second Islamiyat. Right?
Yes.
Very good. Today's topic, when we know about the historical background of Kashmir, I guess everybody knows. All of you have an idea about the historical background of Kashmir, that how beautiful valley of Kashmir, how wonderful people of Kashmir, and then how badly they are being treated by the Indian occupied army, by a philosophy is well known to the world now called Hindutva. A philosophy adopted by Indian government, and then forcefully they are trying to implement at occupied Kashmir, where people are suffering, people are being killed, women are being raped, and in humanitarian, series of incidents you can see in the media. Historical background shows that Kashmir remained a sovereign state, and at the partition, Maharaja Hari Singh went to Indian government and asked for kind of affiliation, but affiliation again on the basis of sovereignty, independence, that they will be the owners of their own legislative bodies. India would be having affiliation, but not in those terms that their independence can be endangered. But in 5th of August, you came to know what the Indian government did. The abolishment of Article 370(35)(a), where that sovereignty is being taken away forcefully just because Modi is the head of the Indian state, because he is the member of RSS, the topmost extremist organization of Hindustan, just because he promised in his election campaign that when he'll come into the power, he will merge Kashmir with India. He will allow Indians to go and buy the land in Kashmir. He would give the freedom to the RSS followers, RSS members, RSS extremists to go Kashmir and buy the land and convert that Muslim majority into minority. It is just like if you are in power, you can do whatever you like. And this is what happened in occupied Kashmir. A series of painful incidents. A short kind of incident happens around us. For many days we are shocked with that incident. Like last night, I received one message by a few friends that a small child in one area of Sindh is being done kari, and she was being killed. Couldn't sleep whole night, keep having thoughts about it. And on the other hand side, you can see that every day, brutal than such incidents happen. Teenage girls disappear, girls, daughters, sisters are being kidnapped, and then nobody knows where they are. Youngsters are being taken away. A friend of mine, a professor, a senior journalist from Afroza, Kashmir, shared with me day before yesterday that on the name of security, he was being taken away, that after 3 days you will be released. And for 3 months he was being kept in confinements at different places in Kashmir by the Indian armed forces, having no proof against him, having nothing against him. This is what the Indian occupied Kashmir is. This is what the picture of Indian occupied Kashmir is. And the current situations are getting worse and worse. Things are getting really terrible. And at this stage, the time has come that this thing has to be taken as a humanitarian cause. I was sitting with your head of the institution earlier on, very happy to hear the approach for the communities, for the society, that it is our civic sense, it is our responsibility that if we are privileged, if Allah has blessed us with such kind of institution, with such kind of high caliber, highly qualified faculty, if we have such kind of wonderful infrastructure, so we must contribute back to the ones who are not that much privileged. At this stage, I am speaking to the intellect youth, the youth who are a lot better than the common youngsters in the mental approach, in the mindset, and as the earlier speaker said, more responsible. Why more responsible? Because if you are more enlightened, it means you are more responsible. You have more obligations. You have more duties. You have more responsibilities to pay back. And when it comes about the Kashmir, let me tell you, at this stage we have reached right now, sometimes there is need to think about it, that it has gone beyond the religious causes. Yes, emotionally, sensitively, we are being sensitized with this Kashmir issue, but at this stage, it has gone as an humanitarian cause. Our emotional feelings, our religious feelings aside, but as a human, we need to take it very seriously. We need to take it as a mission, and we have to make the international communities realize that the Kashmiris are facing humanitarian crisis. Just imagine that for nearly 120 days, you are being confined to your houses, you are being limited to your boundary walls, you are not allowed to go out to your educational institutions, you are not allowed to go out to your pharmacies to bring medicine for your family, you are not allowed to practice your religion freely, you are not allowed to just even go out of your house, you are not allowed to go out on your own land. How sad and how terrible it is. Imagine the feelings as a human. As I said, keep the religion aside. Just think as a human that at this stage, those who call themselves the leaders of humanity, humanitarian causes, have received too many Nobel Prizes, and every time a little things happen, they are there with the human rights. Where are they all now? I'm asking you a question within the lines, locally, nationally, and internationally. Where are these all people? Where are these ambassadors of human rights? A small thing happened, a non-issue, they get up with, but now, nearly 4 months have passed, they have not risen up. Nobody have heard any kind of such big statement from these Nobel Peace Award winners. Nobody have listened such kind of statement by these human rights activists, human rights ambassadors. So it is a sad moment. This is the time we do not have to wait for these paid people, these people who work on different agendas when they are required to work on different budgets. We have to understand, we have to realize that yes, the time has come. Human rights are at this stage needed. When our brothers, our sisters are being burned alive in Kashmir, kidnapped and disappeared in Kashmir, being brutally terrorized in Kashmir, we have to realize as a human, we have the communities live in Pakistan. The Pakistani Hindus, the Pakistani Christians, the Pakistani minorities are equally valuable for us as the majority of Muslims of Pakistan. We love them, we own them, we stand by them, we secure them, and yes, we are proud of them. Because they are having the same identity I am having, or the majority of Pakistanis are having, that is the identity of Pakistan. But on the other hand side, the followers of Hindutva, the followers of RSS, the followers of extremism have made the life of Kashmiris hell. Majority of the Kashmiris, according to the last BBC interview I was observing, are going through psychological problems. They don't know when they will be taken away. They don't know they will be coming back to their homes or not. They are insecure. That genetical transformation has happened in such a way that the 5th generation is facing those psychological problems. At this stage, what we can do, this is a very, very important question. Why today we all are here with our valuable time and your valuable time to just bring you on board that please, on the name of humanity, on the name of Kashmir, on the name of Pakistan, let's get together and develop the pressure on international communities. Let's wake them up who call themselves the humanitarian leaders of West. Let's wake up those superpowers who stand with the veto. Let's bring the youth of the world together under one umbrella and raise the voice for the Kashmiris. And let me tell you, we can do it. How we can do it? We have a very strong thing with us right now that is called social media. How many people use the social media? All of you? And many of you must be using different channels like Instagram, Twitter, Facebook, WhatsApp, and so on. And everyone must have somehow the friends in different countries. How many people have international friends from different countries? Nearly everyone on the social media has some friends from the international communities. Let's do it. It's not very big work. It's not really hard work. You have to just take it as a jihad. This is what the jihad is. This is what it is to strive for the needy ones. And right now, the state needs it, Pakistan needs it, Kashmiris need it, and the humanity needs it, that we can at least, as I said earlier at the beginning of my speech, that you people are more responsible because you are the educated one, you are the enlightened one, you are the blessed one. So you can make the world understand with your wisdom that please come and see what Kashmir is, what it has remained in the history, and what were the resolutions of United Nations for Kashmir, and how simple it is to implement these resolutions. And by implementing these resolutions, we can see that what do the Kashmiris decide? What do Kashmiris want for them? This is what the resolutions of United Nations say. And then it is the decision of Kashmiris that what do they want? They want to remain under the terrorism, extremism of Hindustan. They want to join Pakistan. For them, they have given sacrifices for last 73 years. Or they want to be an independent state. This is what, who has to decide? Kashmiris have to decide. And we all have to develop this pressure. We all have to develop this international youth pressure. I request you all today that at least one post every day, whatever the social media channels you use, have a little bit study. It's not difficult. A lot of information you already have. If you will give an hour, you will have a lot more information so you can share with your friends, whether the Pakistanis or international communities, and tell them that please, let's get together for the solution of Kashmir. And you can definitely do it through the social media. Another thing, many of you must be good writers. Many of you may be very good artists. Some of you may have some other skills. They can highlight the Kashmir issue and they can tell the world that what Kashmiris are looking for. Kindly, peacefully try to contribute into the cause of Kashmir. Finally, the solution of Kashmir, as I earlier said, it is very simple. And what it is, implement the resolutions of United Nations. The implementation of United Nations give the right to the indigenous Kashmiris that they should decide for their freedom. They should decide for their further affiliation. And this is the right of Kashmiris. Thank you very much.
You are supposed to go with the right hand in the hall. Kashmir banega
Pakistan.
Kashmir banega
Pakistan.
Kashmir banega
Pakistan.
Inshallah. Thank you so much. So this is it I wish to see. And this is the, please be seated. And thank you so much. I'm sorry I disturbed you, but that was the requirement, and that is the requirement. You should have emotional spirit. You should have religious spirit, because we are the people who are just living peace, for the peace. This is what we learned from our parents. This is what we learned from the leadership of this country. And this is what we learned from the leader of the world, Hazrat Muhammad Mustafa sallallahu alaihi wasallam. And we believe in it. Peace is very, very important. We born free in this world. We go free from this world. Whatever we are doing or we are facing, this is just the creation of the evil-minded, so-called individuals who are just very much away from the humanity. Whatever the religion we are following, I believe in one thing, and that is all religions are just telling us good things, good practices to follow. Are you agreeing with me?
Yes.
These are some of the individuals who are going up to that extreme where they forgot even their own religion and religious practices, I believe. Whatever the Modi government is doing, that is something extreme. Even Islam prohibited this practice. Never ever I read any ayah in Quran Majid which tells us just go to that extreme until and unless there is a cause, and that cause is purely to protect Allah and your religion when it comes to your country. और हमारा जो country का slogan जो line है, Pakistan is Islamic Republic of Pakistan. आपकी जो ideology basically है, that is very much related with the peace. That is very much related with the humanity. And I believe that since the inception of this country, our ancestors, we people and the generations ahead, we will live with this particular ideology, and that is the true ideology on this planet Earth. What, my dear students, we are supposed to do just one thing. Take your responsibility as an individual. Are you responsible? Yes. Are you responsible for yourself? Yes. Are you responsible for the society you are living in? Yes. Are you responsible for the nation you took birth on this, in this nation? Are you responsible for that? Yes. Do you think it's your responsibility when there is the call for jihad, you always be there?
Yes, ma'am.
There?
Yes.
Awaaz halko chua. Why? There is no spirit. When there is a call for jihad, would you be there?
Yes, ma'am.
So there are a number of ways to go for jihad. It's not only to take the guns, as sir said. It's not only just to go for the wars, as sir. That is the last stage, and that should be the last stage. The first stage is my responsibility. I am educated. I am young. Alhamdulillah, you have a number of years ahead to go. Allah has given you wisdom. How many times you utilize this wisdom to raise the voice for the protection of the rights of the people, either they are living in your country, or they are living in Kashmir, or they are living in Palestine, or they are living anywhere in the world, and they are deprived from their basic rights. The right to breathe even is a problem in Kashmir, I believe. You are into very much contrived environment where you have no freedom to go outside. You have no freedom to go for your basic rituals. You have no freedom to go in the masjid. Either that is masjid or mandir, or that is the place to worship your God. So my dear students, take the responsibility. As a youth of this nation, a very, very responsible individual, that whatever the life Allah has given you, each single day you should do something. For even the person sitting next to you, if he or she needs you, and they are not in the peace of mind, do something for them, because charity starts from the home. Do something for the people of Pakistan, because we have lots of challenges around, the economic challenges, political challenges, social challenges. There are so many Revolution is a great challenge, but when it comes to humanity, these challenges are very minor challenges. Zindagi mein bhukkate bhi veho, dukkate bhi veho, but if there is a call of jihad, you should always be there, and I believe that you should always be there. Either we will live with you or not. At this age, obviously, there are only few years to go. And one more thing. If even there is a call to shed the last drop of your blood, would you be there for this country?
Yes, ma'am.
Never let die this spirit. My sons and my daughters, this is the only message I have for you. Don't live your life for yourself. Live this life on this planet Earth, whatever the life you are blessed by Almighty. Live for the welfare of the people. Live to create the peace for the people. Live to raise the voice for the people. So Kashmiris require, they need just one effort. I believe that sitting in this hall, we cannot approach the people of Kashmir directly, but there are a number of signals, natural signals and human signals. So I'm going to both the sides. What you can do, will you write through your social media to where it's sent to you and advised to you? I request you to do that. Would you do that?
Yes, ma'am.
One. What else you could do apart from that? If you're a writer, write it in the newspapers. As I said, they already advise you. If you have friends across the world, try to create a friendship yourself. That should be your philosophy. The purpose of this friendship is just only to make them aware and make them understand that what is happening in Kashmir. And the second thing, which we should do and we are missing, I believe, and that is to pray on regular basis that you are praying for yourself. Forget about now yourself. Take the responsibility. अगर पाकिस्तान का हर बच्चा, हर जवान, हर बूढ़ा, हर मर्द, हर औरत रोजाना के एक टाइम रख ले, अगर आप अल्लाह ताला से रिक्वेस्ट करेंगे, तो I believe He is supreme. And He is the one who will create the ways even for you. जो को ताजे mind में न भी हो, वो बैठे ही हो, इंशाल्लाह. That is my belief, firm belief. Being a person practicing my religion, जो कुछ भी न था करे सको, दुआ तो करे सको था. Will you do that?
Inshallah.
Regular basis?
Yes.
Once in a day?
Yes, ma'am.
Choice is yours, but you should do that. Pray for that. It is written in Quran Majid somewhere कि उस कौम की किस्मत कभी नहीं बदलूंगा जो कौम अपनी किस्मत खुद बदलना नहीं चाहती. So this is the right time, my dear students, to embrace the fact that they require, the people, innocent people of Kashmir require our help in whatever possible way, whatever the way might be. It's your choice. So think from today. आज हमने कुछ dimensions में बात की है. Second time when we will invite, inshallah, sir. So there would be more possible ways from your side. Sir, हम ये कर सकते हैं. Sir, हम ये कर सकते हैं. Sir, हम ये कर सकते हैं. Jot down the points and try to do it. This is just my humble request and a message. As an elder, as your mother, as a very responsible citizen of this nation. May Allah bless you. Stay motivated, stay blessed, stay humble, stay kind. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, sir, and your team for not only gracing us today, but also, you came here with the cause, which always we wanted and we wish to have, speakers like you. And I expect that in the future, as we discuss in our office, we should have, more wonderful sessions related with this particular cause and related with with other segments which are required for these students to acquire. Thank you so much, sir. So nice of you. Thank you.
Thank you so much, ma'am. Again, I would like to request you for stay for a while with the stage, as it's time to present the souvenir as a token of respect and love from SZABIST Larkana to our distinguished guests. So, sir, please.